Good morning, everybody. It's Tony. Before I start the video, I did want to say, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. What do you think about the crypto market? Where do you think it's going? What do you think is happening right now? I also left the Patreon link in the description, and I will also be pinning it in the comments in case you'd like to join the Patreon. Super awesome place. Recommend it. Let's get into the video. It's bad. We actually already hit my forecast, right? You guys already know that I made a previous TA of roughly when we were probably maybe around 36K Bitcoin. And I told you guys, I'm like, within the next 2-3 days, I think we're more than likely going to be seeing 35, like a range of 34.6 to 34,000 Bitcoin as of right now. And again, you guys know that I had this open short right here for my Patreon members, right? That essentially hit, pretty perfectly. And I think we're going down to 31K. I don't think that there's going to be a slowdown on this Bitcoin drop. I think right now, a $31,090 Bitcoin is kind of almost guaranteed. After that, if that gets broken, the next stop is 26,200. And that's me being just, it sucks. Like I said, like I've always told you guys, right? I don't like when I'm not bullish because it just sucks for everybody, right? I'm losing money. Everybody's losing money. My crypto portfolio went from like 100K to 50, right? And it's going to continuously go lower. I'm thankful that I took a lot of, I'm pretty thankful that I offloaded a lot of risk off. And I'm staking a bunch of crypto here and there and stuff like that. But I offloaded a lot of risk, right? So I'm extremely happy about that. But I'm not happy that, Bitcoin and everything else does look like it's going to continue its drop. It doesn't seem like there's going to be any recovery anytime soon, right? And but as of right now, I would hard guess that 31,090 for Bitcoin is now almost 100% kind of guaranteed, right? We did break official. We had the break, right, in this 34,590, or basically like a 35K Bitcoin. We broke, came back, retested. Look at that, getting the initial, the alerts from Coinbase. And I think it's gonna get worse. I think the lower we get, the higher risk we have of people getting margined out, especially people that have a lot of leverage. But I think if we hit 31K, I think the likelihood of us dropping down to 26.2 is gonna be even higher. A lot of people, obviously I do expect maybe like a retrace from here. So I would probably open up a buy at 31,000 Bitcoin because it is major resistance, or sorry, major support. So I don't know. I can probably expect it to go like this, maybe down here, right? Possibly like a retrace back to like this level. And then you see the initial, like the drop back like this, or you actually end up dropping straight from here, right? Just straight all the way down right there, right? And even right now for my Patreon members, the ones that actually took this, there's actually, I actually told one of my Patreon members to get out of this position because he was over leveraged, right? And obviously this would have gone in a really good direction for him, but I don't like people having bad risk management, right? So I'm happy that people are in my Patreon are doing things like this, but again, with responsibility, you have to be responsible, right? You can't go in over leverage and expect to stay making money, right? So just to kind of throw this in there, to my Patreon members, if you are in this trade, in this Bitcoin short, it's actually time to start moving your stop loss, right? So I think as of right now, I think it's pretty okay to say to move your stop loss somewhere in like the 34.5 range. And then that way you basically have guaranteed profits. There's literally no way that you can lose right now. You adjust your stop loss all the way down here. You literally have a free trade. You literally can't lose. Anyways, back to the TA. That was just for like my Patreon members if they're watching this video. I think this can happen, right? I think this can happen. And as of right now, this open position, is now, can now probably move to 26, can now possibly be, the new target can possibly be 26,288 for Bitcoin, right? Which is why I'll move the target down here. But I think this can possibly happen. I think we're more than likely going back down to 31K. I think the probability of us dropping to 31K is extremely likely. Again, I do think there's more than there's like a 90% chance you have like a bounce from here to the upside. I don't know how high, but I will more than likely open another short once my indicators give another bear signal, a bear trigger to short from here again, because I really don't think that you're going to break that 34,590 level. If you do, that's fantastic. I want Bitcoin to go up, but as of right now, everything looks extremely bearish, and I do think that as of right now, new target for Bitcoin is going to be 31,090. If that gets broken, the next target is going to be 26,288, 300 or so, and it just looks like it's going to keep dropping from there. If you're in the Patreon and you have, the short open, I would recommend, again, moving your stop loss to 34.5 and then dropping the new target down to 26.2, leaving it open, seeing what happens. To everybody else, man, it sucks. Really, 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 really sucks, especially for Bitcoin. And what I told you guys in the last video, right? We're consistently making these higher highs on the weekly chart, which is not what we want at all, right? You do not want to be making these consistent higher highs like this. You don't want that, right? You want some sort of weakness in this chart. You want to start making dark blue candles like this, like these dark blue candles on the reverse MACD. You want to start making these dark blue candles so you can start losing momentum to the downside. But it just looks like, look, every single time it's increasing, right? And then we can see it 855, 1236, 1617. You had a big push at 3,000. So you had a big momentum push, 100% bearish push from last week close, right? You completely started a new week, but from the previous week to this last Sunday, yesterday, you had 100% increase in bear momentum. So I really doubt that we stop here. I think if anything, this is gonna keep getting worse. And more than likely, right now you're at 3,000. Would not be surprised to see the momentum push us to like a 6,000, like a 6,000 level. Would not be surprised at all to see Bitcoin drop even harder, which is very unfortunate. But as of right now, target seems like Bitcoin can pretty easily now hit 26,200 or so. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.